If you want to play lockdown defense at Couch 126, it all starts with stopping the run game. In this video, in the next 6 minutes, I'm going to give you everything you need to know to totally lock down the run. These are things that I've learned and used over my years of playing competitive Madden and Couch Wall, where I've gotten to win tens of thousands of dollars and travel the country playing and teaching this game. Let's talk about the most important player on defense, which is going to be your user. This doesn't matter if you're in run defense or pass defense, your user is super important. So let's talk about a couple of ground rules we need for this guy to make sure our user defender is the best he could possibly be. First of all, we don't want to be someone who's on the line of scrimmage, especially against run defense. We want to be someone who's second level or maybe even a high safety. We'll talk about this later though. Now, the next thing, this is a huge mistake people make. We're on a user and the ball gets snapped and it's a run play. One of two things a lot of people do. They kind of stand back and play super timid. Right there, my user didn't do anything, right? But the other mistake a lot of people make is that they kind of go like straight downhill and get caught up in the mush. We'll see if we can recreate that right here where we kind of just go down and like we kind of shot the gap right there, but we're just behind the run. It doesn't really matter. You'll see this sometimes too where people will kind of try stuffing the line of scrimmage like this, which can work at times, but a lot of times your user just gets caught up, and if you stop the run, it's because your other players played well. You didn't. What you instead want to do is try flowing to the ball. An easy way to do this is try usering on the side that you don't think the run's going to go to. Okay, so in this case, I don't think it's going to go to the right. So I'm a user on the right. And then I want to flow across to the left. What you'll see when you flow across is, one, you'll be able to slow play things better. This is purely with the left stick, by the way. Okay? You'll be able to play things a little bit better. Either you're going to funnel the run back into other defenders, right? You're going to make the tackle yourself. That's option number two. Or you're going to actually manipulate the offensive line and they're going to allow someone to come in free unblocked. One example I'll do with this is get really close to the offensive line like this right here, and then try looping across as you see, and then we try to make that tackle. Of course, as I demonstrate that, he breaks that tackle, we miss it, and that's one of the big issues where if your user is bad, it's a massive difference. Like, your user is the most important tool in the run game. You see a good user versus a bad user, right? We'll go again right here, bang, this time we get a good user, we're able to stuff this run. Notice how big of a deal your user makes. One play is basically a touchdown. The other is a gain of 0, and now they're passing, right? We get another run right here. My user's not doing anything, and we get a big run, right? User, important. Next thing I want to briefly touch on is that we want to click the right stick in to bring up our coaching adjustments on defense, and we want to actually scroll down and go into our safety depth and go one tick to the left to bring them close to the line of scrimmage. That's going to be about 8 yards off. Then we want to go safety width and then go one tick to the left there. Pinch our safeties. That's going to bring them down and then closer together. This is going to help them get more involved in the run defense game, which is just going to help boost our run defense in that second and third level. Now let's talk about under center run defense. What I want you to call is either a cover 3 or a cover 4. I don't really care a ton about the formation. Just make sure you're in a cover 3 or cover 4, a basic stock coverage. Cover 3 sky's perfect. Then we're going to select a single back run or some kind of under center run. What I want you to do is immediately press Y or triangle, go down the right stick. That's going to shade our coverage underneath. It's important that when we set up run defense, we have basic pass defense behind it in case they try to run play action or something like that. We don't want to give up easy one-play touchdowns. Now, using a linebacker in this situation against a run-heavy formation, a formation you think they're going to run from, is okay, but sometimes these linebackers can get blocked. Now, I want you to notice something. Watch what my high safety's doing right here. Number 10, I believe. Number something. Mr. Mitchell right here. If we just snap this ball and just watch him, he's going to backpedal and get into his assignment. This can be okay, but if they're in a run-heavy formation where I know they're going to be running the ball, maybe they've already shown that tendency. Let me actually hop on this guy, user around right here, and then I'm going to flow to the ball. The reason for that is because when I identify it's a run, I'm actually able to get this guy involved in the run game as an extra player, whereas if I was on the linebacker, that safety wouldn't be getting involved. This linebacker is going to get involved whether he's a CPU player or he's an actual user. Our safety, though, you want him to be the user in this case so we can be a little bit more aggressive and come downhill, get that extra body going. And then it's the same things as before when we talked about usering. We want to flow to the ball. Don't just get caught up in the line of scrimmage, all right? Now, one big thing you got to keep in mind here is that if they run play action, you have to kind of slow play this a little bit, right? Because if they run play action, you want to make sure that you're able to bail as that high safety and just get back and cover deep. This will allow you, though, to get an extra person in the run defense that you usually wouldn't have. And again, they're passing, if they pass, they're passing from under center. They're not going to be proficient passers. 99% of the time when people are under center running the ball, they're not great at throwing the ball. It's why they're running from under center. It's just the fact of the matter. Now, when we're talking shotgun run defense, we gotta be always aware of the RPO. Now, this can come from a bunch of different ways. Usually, though, it's gonna be some kind of RPO bubble to the doubles or trip side. What I like to do is take a hard flat defender over there. You can run that cover 3 shade underneath and just move him down and kind of inside that guy. So, like right here, you can move him a lot quicker than what I just showed. And then we want to make sure our user is on that halfback side, looking to loop around like we've talked about throughout this. It's either going to open up other lanes for other players or your user will come free. So you can hop on this guy, right? Bang, get him there, and now we're up. And you can do that before the offense even gets to the line of scrimmage. And it's just an easy way to help slow down one of the most popular things in the game. And then by just following the rules we talked about across the board with everything else, we're able to stop the run pretty easily. You really should not be losing to shotgun run schemes. The hardest should be under center, and we have answers for that too. If you got value from this video, you should check out Civil.gg because we have full defensive schemes utilizing everything we've talked about here, and you can unlock all of them for 30% off by using code CIVIL30. The link to that is in the top of the description.